Welcome to the Grit Podcast.
Welcome to the Grit Podcast, the podcast that motivates and encourages you to become the real man you're destined to be. Broadcasting live in the rugged Northwest, just east of the trailblazing city of Portland. So let's get locked and loaded, because it's time to get gritty with it. Here's your host and lead grit man, Jamie Worley.
Well, hey, welcome everybody to the Grit Podcast. We are currently in the fifth week of this series. We're talking about how to pace yourself for success. Last few episodes, we've been talking about the P in PACE, which is your performance. We talked about leaning into your strengths, that you have to leap into action, and the L.E.A.P. We started talking about the L, which was lean into your strengths, not your weaknesses, but leaning into your strengths. The E was educate yourself continually. The A was accelerate gradually. And now today we're going to be talking about the P in LEAP, which is plan daily. Now, planning daily is really a discipline. It's not so easy to do it. It sounds like it's easy. I'm just going to plan daily. I'll look over things every single day about what I'm going to do. It's really difficult to actually do that because it just takes a lot of self-discipline. And I don't know about you, but I struggle with self-discipline in certain areas. In certain areas, I'm very strong when it comes to self-discipline. In other areas, not so much. Planning daily is one of the things I had to develop over time. And we're going to talk about why in just a little bit. But planning daily and making that plan and sticking with that plan long term, consistently and continually, it can be really tough. So planning daily is what we're going to be talking about today. Well, we know what a plan is. A plan is a detailed proposal for doing or achieving something. It's making a plan. You've heard it said that no plan is a plan, right? Well, I'm not going to be talking about no plans and all of that today. What I am going to talk about is making a good plan, okay? A good plan, and here's an easy way to remember this, is 3D. A good plan is 3D. Well, we know what 3D is. You can see Mount Hood right here behind me. 3D is being able to see the width of something, the height of something, and then the depth of something. Being able to see in 3D allows us humans to look around at the world that we live in and get a perspective, an accurate perspective. For example, you see me, you see the mountain. Right now, if you were not looking in 3D and it was just this one-dimensional picture, it clearly appears that I'm much bigger than Mount Hood. Clearly, I'm not. You know that. I know that. Anybody with any common sense knows that Mount Hood is far bigger than me, even though what you're seeing right now, one might conclude in looking at a 1D picture, even a 2D picture, that I am obviously bigger than Mount Hood. Well, that's not true. Why? Because you and I, we see in what's called 3D. Now, how can your plan be 3D? A good plan will be seen and developed in 3D. There's 3Ds to this. It's a good way to remember it. Number one, a good plan is detailed. A good plan is detailed. That's the first D. It is designed well, okay? It's also, the second D is this, it's directional. A good plan is directional. It means that you have this end goal in mind. You have where you're going in mind. It's not some vague deal, well, I'm just going to plan to do this and we'll end up wherever we are. Folks, that is a plan, but it's not a good plan. Your plan must be detailed, it must be directional, and the third one is this, it must be doable. It must be doable. 3D gives you a width, gives you the height, and it gives you the depth of whatever it is you're trying to do. It allows you to ask the question, and it's a good question when you're looking at a project, how wide is this project? How wide is this? Or how narrow is this project? Is this a very general project, or is it very narrow and specific? It says, how high is this project? How high will I need to go in order to achieve what it is I want to achieve? In other words, is it high risk? If so, how high of a risk? Is it a lower risk task? But the height allows you to understand, well, what's the risk factor involved here? And you may decide that it's too much risk, or you may say, you know what, this is enough risk. We can actually do this, or I'm willing to try and do this. The third part of it is how deep will I need to go in this project? How deep will I need to go? How deep will I need to dig? This shows you and you discover the foundation of this whole project is based on what? How do I do that? The infrastructure that needs to be in place so that you can not only achieve what you're trying to achieve, but sustain success over time. It is fully dependent upon the infrastructure and the foundation, and that's a part of every single plan. So let's go through those 3Ds again. Remember, is it directional? Is it detailed? And is it doable? First of all, is it directional? Do you have a clear destination, a purpose, a finished product in mind? Do you have a clear picture of what this plan looks like when it is finished and complete? Is it directional? Is it on purpose? What is the end goal? Do you have a clear picture of that? If not, stay your course, stop, and develop what that clear picture looks like, because without it, you could end up anywhere. The second D is this. Is it detailed? Is it detailed? Every general statement in your sub-projects leading up to that finished product, it must be detailed. That process of accomplishing every step along the way, it must be detailed. Not some general statement, well, we got to get this done. Okay, well, how do I get that done? What exactly needs to happen for this to occur? What exactly needs to happen before this step is completely accomplished? And don't leave any details out. That is lazy and it is undisciplined, and you could be off track just a little bit, but the further you go, the further off track you will find yourself as you're getting closer to the end or making progress. Is it detailed? It's in this process of discovering all these detailed, these fine-tuned things that must happen in order for things to occur. It is in this process that you're going to discover just how much you want this to happen. You're going to discover just how much you love what it is. This idea that you loved and have a passion about, this is where it's going to be tested. The devil is that's right, the devil is in the details. But if you can just move through the details and you can come out the other side unscathed, you will know just how much you are committed to this. You will know just how bad you want this. And it can happen, but you will be tested in that. So here you'll discover if it's worth the journey in the details. You will be overwhelmed by all the details. And if you are, that means you've got a great project on your hands, and the reward at the end of it is so much better than the pain it takes to get all the details planned and accomplished. It will be worth it on the other side. Okay? This is an exhausting process, but stick with it. Keep going. If not, and it's not worth it, hey, drop it, start a different project. That's okay too. Is it directional? Is it detailed? And the last thing is this. Is it doable? By this time, after going through the direction, what does the finished product look like? What does this look like short term? What does this look like long term? And by the time you get through the detailed process of detailing every single thing that it's going to take to get from A to Z, it is at that point, somewhere in this process of being detailed, you're going to discover whether or not the plan and the goals you have in place are even doable at all. I'm all for having dreams of accomplishing things everybody else says you can't do. Everybody else says, no, you can't really do that. Dude, that's impossible, etc. I'm all for those types of dreams. But there's a point in the process of moving through that dream where you get to the point where all the details, sometimes you have to make the wise decision to bail on this thing because it's not even doable. And all of a sudden you're wasting thousands, if not hundreds of $1,000s on a project that really will never come to fruition. So you're the one that can make that decision. No one else needs to make it for you. You have to come to that realization. Is this thing even doable? Your plan must be 3D. It must be 3D, and you should, when you have it in place, you must review it. Let me say this clearly, daily. You must review your plan daily Why do I need to review my plan every single day? I'll tell you why. It's going to eliminate 3 things that will kill your dream and can even deteriorate your life and your marriage if you're not careful. Reviewing your plan every day will eliminate or be close to eliminating 3 harmful things in your life that are going to come at you when you're trying to succeed. Number 1 is this: it will eliminate distractions. When you consistently come back day after day after day after day to the plan that you've set in place, the plan that you are detailed and committed to, and it's doable, you will eliminate distractions. Okay? That habit of coming back to the blueprint over and over and over again daily creates a self-discipline of doing so. Not only that, but it creates a life habit. Your habit of coming back to the blueprint stops becoming something you simply do every day, and it becomes a very part of the fabric of your daily life. And when it gets to that, no one will know your plan better than you. No one will be inspired to execute your plan better than you. You must come to it daily, and it will eliminate the distractions that will try to keep you from progressing, try to keep you overall from accomplishing your goals. The second thing is this. These are also 3Ds. It will eliminate destructive flaws in your plan. When you create your plan, it is not finished. When you think you're finished making your plan, believe me, it is not finished. As you look at it daily, you're going to notice flaws that you didn't see in the beginning. You're going to notice things that, man, I'm so glad I looked at this again. You know what? I can't do that this way. I can't have this person doing that. Why? Because it will either slow down the progress or it will destroy the whole project altogether. You must look at it over and over and over and over and over again. And when you do, you will eliminate destructive flaws. You will catch those flaws. You will make the little adjustments. You'll make the big adjustments, etc. And you will catch the errors that could, in fact, destroy this whole thing had you not caught them. If you look at your plan one time and you just put it into motion and you just go, you're going to fail. Looking at your plan daily eliminates distractions. It eliminates destructive flaws. And the third thing is this: it will eliminate depression. It will eliminate depression. The number one thing that men, you and I, struggle with, that really bombard our progress or as we trying to succeed, is the fact that you and I at times, we get depressed. We get depressed. Those who are depressed typically lack a few things, okay? They lack direction, a sense of purpose, a reason for existence, a sense of power and control over things that are important to them. A 3D plan, listen to this, a 3D plan that is reviewed daily can help eliminate this depression. All of a sudden, when you look over your plan daily, you are reminded of what? You are reminded that you have something special. You're reminded that you have a task at hand. You're reminded that you do have a purpose. You're reminded that I'm going to accomplish this for the sake of myself and for the sake of others. You are reminded of so many things, and all of a sudden hope, the pilot light of hope that's almost out inside of you in the midst of depression, it grows, it gets big. Now you've got an inferno. When you review that plan over and over and over again, it builds confidence, and confidence builds your hope, okay? You must review your plan daily. Let's do a quick recap. Is your plan 3D? In other words, is it directional? Is it directional? Is it detailed? And is it doable? Because reviewing your 3D plan daily will also eliminate 3Ds. It will eliminate distractions. It will eliminate destructive flaws. And it will eliminate depression. Let me ask you this as we close. Do you have a 3D plan? If you don't, stop. Get out a blank piece of paper. Start with general things. This is what I want to accomplish. The one thing I want to accomplish. If I can accomplish one thing in this plan, it's going to be this. All the steps that is needed to get to that place. Walk yourself backwards. In order to have that finished product or that success, that goal, this must happen, and this must happen, and this must happen. Very specific things that must happen. In each, underline under each one of those things, a detailed process of how you get from one project to the next, to the next, to the next. Do not leave any details out. Once your plan is complete, then you sit down and you review it every single day. Spend 30 minutes a day just reviewing the plan, reviewing the blueprint, and you are going to catch things that you've done wrong, things you should have put on there that weren't there. You're going to discover these things. You're going to discover just how much you really are into this project. You're going to discover a lot, but it requires you to have a 3D plan. Hey, listen, if you found this content beneficial to you, hey, I would encourage you to like and subscribe. It's really going to help our algorithm. We're really trying to get out there and help men all over the world, really, so that we can be better, so that we can, be the men that we're designed to be. Hey, listen, bless you guys. We'll see you next time right here on The Grit, and we're going to get into the second part of PACE, P-A-C-E. This concludes the first part, which is P, which is performance. We've gone through that. We leap, and we talked about what that is. Next time, we are going to jump right into the A, and that is attitude. Pace yourself for success. Next time, we're talking about your tude, your attitude. I'll see you then.